Now for today I will start to use something like use context. This book is useful for your if you want some data to be available with global component, then you can use context. It's like a middleware, and this is the first middleware that I will start. After that I will go for Redux, and in Redux there are multiple things like Redux Thunk, Redux Saga, and Redux Toolkit. But before going, first I will show till now what is the code structure of this project of all the functional component and helper. So if you forget something in your code, then you can check and write. And here I will also here I will also modify some code like in navbar. And for now, from now I will store the information, user information. I will not store in local storage. I will I put all the information as a global state with the use of use context. So user information is not showing. um, uh, if if you store the user information in local storage, that then it's a not safe way. So simply you pass the whole information as a global state. So in app you can see that this is the whole code structure of app.js file. This is the index, and helper, here I simply write for generate UUID. This is the code. And for API simply I write this base URL. And for component, first is register. This is the imports of register. This is a functional component. Here for message I write these two status and message. And for here I use uncontrolled component. So after submitting or registering the user, I want to clear the input field, so I use form ref. And this is the register user. This register user is on submit method colon form. So first I prevent default to reload the form, and then make a object of form data, and in argument I pass e dot current target. Sorry. So this I can access all the values, input field from this way. So you can get username, email, and password. And first I validate, check the input field is empty or not. If then I pass the error, and for success this. And then here I take a variable and put all the input fields which I want. And all this one simply I just want null for now, but in profile section I will update these field also. Custom ID I generate from this helper function which I make here. I call this function, and here I also UID4 from React.js. Here you can check that here this one, this I use, and this is the and package that I used in this till now, like Axios and React Rotterdam, and this one third. So till now I use only 3 npm packages: UID, router, and Axios. This is the React Rotterdam 6.15. So if go further, here first I validate that email is already registered or not. If a new email that user want to be registered, First it checked that email is already present in data.json file or not. If present, then it give error, and else part I registered the information, save the information. Here this is the extra which I passed as header. If you want to send some token, then how you can handle, here I show just a demo purpose. And after submitting the response in Axios, there's a status come. So first I check that status is 201. 201 is for created, and pass the message success. And after that I reset the form. Here I use ref, and else is the registration failed. And for catch I will also set the error. If any error related to server or anything, then show me error. If your data.json file is not, if you not start your server for data.json file. And this is the message for success and error. Simply I pass background color, sorry, color, and then padding. And here this is the form. Here you can check email. And this is not a two-way winding because I use uncontrolled component. So simply I get the input values from submit by the use of form data. If you use state like controlled component, then you there is compulsory to pass value and on change event, because it's by the help of on change you can communicate with the input field and you can write in input field. So this is called a two-way binding. And this is the button for submitting a form. Okay, and for login this is the same thing. If you miss any code, then you can write from here. So I show you, and in this video I will also in I think in next video I will show some code change. So if you forget to write anything, then you can write from there, from here. Sorry. And for home component there is a simple, this is the code, you can check. Till now I get the information from the local storage, because while login I simply save the whole information in local storage, but from now I will only save some information, and then after I get I again request the server for the information. And from now from that way I will get the user detail. And this is now this for dashboard. Simply you check what I write. Okay, home dashboard is complete. Navbar, I show the navbar code also, already I showed. And this is the profile component, profile functional component. This is the nav list for background color and styling, error for, and I want ID from URL, so I use param from React router down. And for profile, here for language I use as a array, and this is a submit data which I handle from the form. Okay, handle data, here I use controlled component, because you see that I write on click submit on button. So here till now I use both of them, controlled and uncontrolled way. So you can check here that I use state and as object here. So you can familiar with the both way. And this is the response, put response, because I want to update the data. and header I want to send as a application.json. This is your choice if you want to send, but for a good way of programming and good way to write your code, follow the rule also. And after response, this is the put method, so I get responses 200 because of update the details, and if not 200 then simply throw some error, and I got response dot data in this variable and simply set the data, then say here I console the data and the error. And till now this is not used here. This is default data use effect. Here in effect, this effect runs only when this functional component is loaded, like when you reload your browser or if you navigate, then on that case this use effect is run. So I set the whole detail in user state for delete your account. Okay, now check, this is the code, this is the form, mobile number, hobbies. Okay, now in next video I will start the use context and some change for like here logout. For handling logout, the code is written in app.js, but I want to write in navbar here. And for designing, there is also some design is also changed in here, because I also want logout button from here to in navbar. So meet in next video.